To solve this data sufficiency question, we'll go ahead and consider each statement separately first and then together if needed. Before diving into the statements, let's go ahead and take a look at what the question's actually asking. We're asked the probability that the sum of the two integers will equal 7 if one integer is chosen randomly selected from set A and one is randomly selected from set B. So before we go into the statements, the total number of different sums of one integer from set A and one integer from set B is going to be the product of how many integers there are. So we actually have that 4 times 5, 4 choices from set A, 4 from set B should equal 20. So we need to determine the probability of these sums equaling 7. To do that, we need to know the values of both x and y. Otherwise, we don't know the values of their sums. So we're going to need to know x and y in order to answer the actual question. So let's go ahead and let's dive into our statements. Let's consider statement 1 first. It's given that x is equal to 3. So that's great. We know part of what we need, but we still don't know the value of y. And we said that in order to find this probability of the sums, how many different sums there are, total are 20, but how many sums actually equal 7, we need to know both x and y. So we know x, but we don't know y, so this statement alone is not sufficient. So we can actually eliminate answer choice A and D and move on to statement 2. Statement 2 gives us the y value, but it doesn't give us the x value, kind of the opposite of what we saw in statement 1. So this statement alone is not sufficient either because we would only know half of what we need to know to answer the question. So statement 2 is not sufficient alone, so we can eliminate answer choice B. This means that we have to dive into considering both of them together, statement 1 and 2 together. Now here we're told x, and we're told y. We know both of these. And we said before that that's enough, because if we know x and y, we can find the combination of which sums, how many different sums equal 7 out of the total sums of 20. So this is enough information to be able to answer the question. Now we don't actually have to go and find that probability, we just need to know that we can find it. So this statement together are sufficient. So that means we can eliminate answer choice E, and the final answer choice is answer choice C. Both statements together are sufficient, but neither statement alone is sufficient.